offense didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. They'll run it from the gun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Bulls started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, USF!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football team.
The Knights offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
The Knights really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. The Knights come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Off the play fake on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you could tell QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Really nice play on the pick. Was looking for a little more yardage, but great field position at the 34. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
They try to pop a run on the draw. On the move is the 30. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Knights, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Right back to the well. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Oh, and he down right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. He slides that just inside the right upright. That'll bring him to within 4. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the running back has it. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The give out of the gun. Got enough for the first. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Offense set on first down. They'll give it to him again. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run.
Turning it on! They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
The give to the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Might be changing the route. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. And he will score. Touchdown Bulls. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time. But when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the right. Got his man. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. And the quarterback will take a sack back in the 36. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game.
Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Knights will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Give to the running back. There he goes. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. And the Bulls just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. The give to the tailback. Still running at the 35. Running free. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, South Florida.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Looking for blockers. And the returner will be brought down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Here's the give off the left side. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. He's got it. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Knights are in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. The quick out. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down. The Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
They punted away on 4th down. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. The war on I-4 is relatively new. Both schools compete across 14 sports for the right to win the golden I-4 road sign. But, of course, the most important battle is the one that happens on the gridiron.
It is, but how cool is it, the war on I-4? I mean, that's just it's a dope name. I really like it. Obviously, this is kind of a new rivalry, but Palmer, UCF, USF, they're fighting for the same kids.
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown Bulls. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And we are officially in blowout. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the 2nd half.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Oh, they're after him. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Finds a spot in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The Knights line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Wants to bring it back. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on 1st down. That one comes out hot down the right side. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Off the play fake. Here's a heat. Looking deep down the right side. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, when UCF and USF get together, it's like a UFC match. Fiery and feisty.
Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Quick completion on the out route. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. Breaks into the open. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Tavon. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself,
Touchdown, USF! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
and I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. To the air on first down. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Rush is on him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
The Knights will line up to punt it away. That leg is staying loose. Already the fifth kick of the night. Blocked those heels at the 10 and didn't go backwards. He makes the fair catch there. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Cavazos. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
And the Bulls can really attack on this second and short. Toss sweep to the right. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. The Bulls are on the move. They'll ride the hot hand. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line getting set on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. And the Bulls will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. The give on the inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try.
He's loose down the left side. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. This defense has been lights out, stubborn on the doorstep. Can the offense finally find the end zone? Robinson looking to pass. They get to him as he throws.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had...
Touchdown, UCF! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Lets it fly. Makes the catch down the right side. Oh, a lot of space. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Got his man quickly. Touchdown Bulls. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Motion from the wide receiver. Robinson will throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the fourth quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's on target and complete. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Working the middle, it's complete. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Bulls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And the Bulls will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Cavazos. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion. Which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth there if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Looking for the end zone. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Had to throw it before he wanted. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late. Up.
Turning it on. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Robinson looking to pass. Fires one high and deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab on the shot. Flying out to the left. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. The war on I-4 hits the passing lane and goes west to Tampa